I think the best part of my job is getting out here and stopping these guys and finding dope on them. Dope leads to other crimes. People are out here robbing, stealing, doing anything just to get that last high. And you go out here and you find dope on somebody, you're preventing other crimes from happening. It's a situation out here that just never quits. I'm fixing to go 1050 on 124 vehicle, no visible tag. Behind a vehicle right now, there's no visible tag. All right, he's not stopping. We're at 124 and 9th. Okay, he's pulling into the Circle K. He's taking off from me. He's northbound on Nebraska. Alright. I'm not in pursuit, though.
What you got, Andrew? Delta 1 to Delta 3, Delta 3 dispatch on 084. Hold on.
Let me see your hands! Put your hands up! On the ground! Keno, there's another one back there over the fence! On the ground! On the ground! On the ground! Lay down! There's one over the fence! Over the fence!
I ain't got nothing, sir. I'm just going to... Yes, ma'am. I'm going to tell you what I did.
Other hand.
Sound like the blast on 126 there.
I ain't did nothing, man.
What's playing through the woods?
Man. Can I tell you something?
What's his name?
I don't know what his name is. I know they call him Don.
Why would he run?
I'm going to tell you the truth. Him and his girlfriend were having problems.
How old is he?
I think he about like maybe 25, 26.
What kind of hair does he have? They got him. 1015.
I think his hair's short.
You guys 1015?
10-12.
Alright, when you guys get a chance, bring him back over here.
We're trying to get over the fence, though.
They got him. Stand up for him.
Oh.
You got it?
Yeah.
I don't want to hurt you. What's wrong with your knee? Ready? 1, 2, up. Okay. So talk to me. Tell me exactly what happened here today.
I'll tell you, I was up there on my balcony.
Okay.
I was up there on my balcony, and the guy said, ride to the store with me.
Okay. Who's this guy to you?
He just lived around the corner. Like, I live upstairs in the balcony, right? Upstairs.
Okay.
And he lived like
Let's go this way.
around the apartment. He lived in the other apartment.
Okay. Stand right here for me. Okay.
And that was it. He just said, let's run to the store. So I said, all right, I'll run to the store. I told him, I ain't got my shoes on.
Okay.
So he said, let's go to the store.
When we got behind you guys and we were pulling you over, what did he say to you? What did he say to you?
I told him, I said, the cops behind you. You know what I mean?
Why would you tell him that? I mean, for what reason?
No, because when the dice were on, I was telling him that the cops are behind me. Because he didn't seem like he wanted to stop. I said, the cops are behind you, man. The cops are behind you. You know what I mean?
You didn't ask him what he was doing when he took off? I mean...
I was telling him to stop, man. I'm not lying. I'm telling him the cops are behind you. You know, a normal person, when the cops get behind you, you stop.
Absolutely. So didn't that rise your suspicion? You didn't ask him what was going on? You weren't scared for your safety?
Yeah, I was scared. You see I come up with my hands up in the air. You know what I mean? I don't want y'all shooting at me for thinking of, you know what I mean? For somebody else's stupidity.
So far, all I see in this vehicle is an open liter of vodka. So, which leads me to believe he might have been under the influence. And that could have been another reason he took off running from us. So what happened?
I guess he ran from you. And I went and took a spot over there and got out of my car and just started peeking around. All I heard was... And he was within a foot of me. And I was like, just show me your hands. And Brian was able to get back there and handcuff him.
Awesome. Do you guys have a chance to run him, or...?
No. He says he's got a suspended license.
That was it? Okay.
That's right. All the way down this way.
You know, straight up, I got a tag.
But there's proper placement for it. And it wasn't, listen, to me, before I stopped you, I didn't see a tag.
You did?
No, sir. That's why we stopped you.
But I got a tag, though.
Yes, you do. You got a temp tag, but state of Florida.
But you didn't see no tag?
Let me explain to you. State of Florida. State of Florida says
I don't want to write
it's got to be visible.
You know, I got a tag. Take me to jail.
Good night. Okay, just stand up against this car for me. Stand up against. You realize this is your lucky day, right?
Yes,
okay,
ma'am.
This could have ended really bad for you. You get in a vehicle with somebody who doesn't want to stop for the cops.
Yeah.
You never know what can happen.
Could have been worse. Could have been in the emergency room.
It could have been a lot worse.
Could have had a bullet in my ass.
Did you learn a lesson from this tonight? Turn around and talk to me.
To jump out the car when I got to Circle K.
Well, it probably wouldn't be smart to jump out the car at us either, okay?
I wasn't going to run. I was going to jump out the car and stand at Circle K.
Yeah, if I were you, I'd probably make some better choices who I decide to get into a vehicle with.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Have a good night.
Yes, ma'am. No shoes.
Traffic stops are probably one of the most dangerous things that we do out here. We just never know who's going to be sit behind that wheel. My concern was for the pedestrians out here on the street. This guy was driving in an unsafe manner, and fortunately, nobody got hurt, and the bad guy ended up going to jail.